So let's see what I got then. So you already saw some of the parody favors.
Yes.
First, before I even step foot into the hall, the convention, went to Haken and I picked up their Affinity album. So I wanted Batgirl stuff because I love Batgirl, fellow librarian. And so I got the original Batgirl. They're kind of like the Pops, but it's the Rock Candy is what they're actually called, the Rock Candy vinyl collectible. So I got the original and I got the updated ones.
I really like her in gray.
Yeah. I also got a Legolas action figure because I've been looking for this only for the joke of Elf on the Shelf. So I can't wait to do that this Christmas. I'm going to hide it all around my office. It's going to be fantastic.
He has a little Christmas hat for him and everything.
I do, yes.
Boring socks. These are boring.
Yeah, so I got some fancy socks. I got a Hufflepuff sock because
Hufflepuff Pride.
As you all know, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff Pride.
Hufflepuff Pride. That's something to. And I also got some Power Rangers, the Blue Ranger, Billy, my man. I got some Blue Ranger socks. Wanted to update and have some fun with some socks.
Yep.
I've also got. Oh, that's right. So one of my favorite record stores here in town actually had a small booth. So of course I had to check it out, and I got a vinyl of the Godzilla soundtrack.
What every person needs.
Oh, it's so good though. Like, it's got my favorite Foo Fighters song on it. It's got the cover of Heroes, which some might even argue is so good that it doesn't even make the original exist.
Inside joke, don't worry about it.
Inside joke, don't worry about it.
But you forgot to mention the amazing thing.
But I forgot to mention the best part. It comes with the 1998 Godzilla movie.
Best one ever.
Which is just kind of like most people buy the movie and then get the soundtrack as a whatever. This was the other way around. The soundtrack is so much better than the actual movie. If we're also talking about vinyls, I got this actually today while we were out. I got the Across the Universe soundtrack. Apparently it's got a red vinyl and a blue vinyl, and when you put them together it looks pretty sweet. I picked up one thing in Artist Alley as well. Even though this isn't really like an artistic thing, anybody can do this.
Yes, but
I got
the sheer
like
size of it,
it's
kind of
a map of Middle Earth. There you go.
My head is in the video. It's beautiful.
I plan to frame it and put it up in my living room because I am a huge map nerd and I am a huge nerd, period. So this covers both. Volume 5 of Saga. I'm currently on Volume 4. I love Brian K. Vaughan's work. He is a fantastic graphic novelist and comicist. Comic writer. He did Y the Last Man, Ex Machina, which is actually my favorite. Anyway, he does some really, really good stuff. So you should really check out his stuff. This one isn't hitting me as hard as some of his other ones, but I'm enjoying it. This took me forever to find, too. I got, and I'm very excited to actually sit down and read this, the first 3 volumes of The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I love her character. I think she is fantastic. She's kind of like the oddball out there. Like, I'm not exactly sure what her big superpower is.
She can deal
but I
with
think
squirrels.
She talks to squirrels. That's all you really need to know.
Come
The
on.
Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. And I also got like an omnibus of, when she teams
What, the
up.
Great Lake Avengers?
Yeah, when she teams up with the Great Lake Avengers and how she came to be. So those are the comics. And then the big piece that I got. So I normally don't spend this much, but this year I decided, let's do it. So I got a big figurine of Batgirl. Again, you already heard me kind of geek out about Batgirl. This is the original Barbara Gordon thing from the 60s television show?
Yeah.
So I feel like this Batgirl is, I don't know, she just captured the spirit of Batgirl a little bit more.
Like when I think of Batgirl,
Yeah,
I
that's
literally
what I think
of the 60s because
Yeah.
that's what it's my favorite because that's again what I grew up on, and then people are gonna be like, why do you like this episode or why do you like this movie? Because I stupidly enjoy
the 60s.
the Batman and Robin movie with the bat nipples.
I like it because it's ridiculous.
It's hilarious. I love that movie. So it's just
gosh. It's a terrible movie, but I still enjoy it.
It reminds me so much of the 60s because it's campy. That's why I like it so much. I don't like Christopher Nolan's. It's too dark.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the whole point of the original movies that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, is that they tried to harken back to that original comic, almost like a Dick Tracy comic, where it was dark, it was brooding. He was suffering from the loss of his parents at a very early age, and this was how he coped, whereas the 60s, when they finally put it to screen, it was very, very lighthearted. It was almost a it was a comedy.
It was like he had
It was a prime comedy.
Like a shark bomb or a shark repellent or whatever,
so
right?
When the people that had produced the 80s and 90s movie, when they were producing it, the main reason why they made it so dark was because of a revolt against that original 60s. Because when they were watching it on the screen, they're like, that's not Batman. This is what people think of Batman when they're thinking of Batman.
That's what I think when I think of Batman.
We need to change this because that's not Batman. So they made the original. And I think that's exactly what happened with Nolan's Batman, too. Yeah. They saw what happened with Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. And they're like, people are going to associate Batman with this Batman. And we need to bring back that gritty, that darkness, that...
I don't like gritty and dark. I like hilarious and campy 60s.
I think there needs to be a good balance.
Yes.
There needs to be a good balance because as much as I do love Nolan's Batman and as much as I love Burton's Batman, they don't have as much fun. So I can't rewatch them as much.
I'm like, you can be an orphan and your parents can be dead, but do you really need to be that brooding?
Yeah, you don't need to be sad flick or bad
you
flick,
don't have
right?
to be like, man pain, like
which is hilarious because I think the best iteration of Batman that we've seen within this decade is the Lego Batman.
Yeah.
With Will Arnett, because he's still that brooding darkness, but he never takes himself 100% seriously. Like the movie never takes him seriously. And we're coming out with that new movie next year of the Batman Lego movie, which is going to be fantastic.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed it's going to be fantastic. So, okay, so that's all I got. That's all that I picked up. I spent pretty much all of my money.
We could literally go on forever talking about our weekend.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If you ever come back to Toronto, we'll get you on here.
Maybe.
We'll do like a crossover where you force me to listen to something.
I need to force you to watch.
This was a pact that we made way back when.
Yeah.
I was going to review two or three albums that she would give me because I'm running out of stuff to review on Fallen from Grace. So.
He made me listen to progressive rock. I'm going to make him listen. I'm going to pick 3 albums.
Yep.
Any album I so choose.
Yep.
It's probably going to be ones that he hates.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make him review them. It's going to make his ears bleed.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
I'm going to enjoy myself.
At least I'll have 1 like on those videos.
Yes, and it's going to be mine.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, look out for those. So yeah, until next time, notes out.
See ya.